Okay, so now we're going to talk about something that often is confusing and somewhat anxiety-provoking for jazz drummers, which is playing solos. What? I've got to play a solo? I've got to play all by myself? What do I play? What do I do? How do I do it? I don't know what to do. Panic, right? Maybe some of you who've played a little bit of jazz know when it's your turn to solo, you know, some people love soloing, a lot of people don't. They just want to keep time because that's what we do. But in reality, playing a solo is no different than playing the rest of the tune. But what I mean by that is, just like our comping ideas, just like the way we treat each individual song, solos are based in the melody. If you can sing the melody, if you can imagine an invisible musician sitting next to you and all they do is play that melody over and over and over again, regardless of what else is going on, of who's soloing, who's not soloing, and you play with that invisible musician that's just playing the melody, say it's a piano player, they just play the melody over and over again, you're going to be just fine when it comes to soloing. All right? So let me give you a couple different examples of how this might work. Let's go back to our favorite song we've been messing with in a jazz context, which is Happy Birthday. Okay? So just for sake of ease, I'm going to take an entire chorus of Happy Birthday. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play my jazz pattern, my basic jazz groove, and I'm going to play the melody on the snare drum, or maybe the snare and the bass drum, as I did before. And then I'm going to take a chorus of Happy Birthday, and you'll hear, all I'm going to do is take the melody and just move it around to different parts of my drum set. And I'm going to maybe use some rudiments, some things like paradiddles or rolls, things that you've probably learned already, flams, some basic rudiments. But essentially, the thing that I'm thinking about the whole way through is the melody. I'm singing the melody to myself, and that's what I'm playing off of, okay? If you think about the melody and you know the melody, then everything else will be easy. And if you don't know a lot of rudiments, you don't have a lot of what we call chops, right? All you got to do is just play the melody, okay? So literally you could go 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. That would be a perfectly acceptable jazz solo. There's nothing wrong with that. And as long as you stayed in time and just kept the feel of the song going, then you're home free. A lot of times when we practice solo ideas, we want to keep the 2 and 4 going, what we call the backbeat, on our hi-hat, right? Because that will lock down the time. Now it's a little harder because you got to get the other 3 limbs to work while keeping this one consistent, but that's something that a lot of jazz drummers do, and it helps the rest of the band, and it helps your audience remember where they are in the song. It helps you to, while you're soloing, continue to keep time. Remember that even when you're soloing, it doesn't mean you're just going to forget about timekeeping. Timekeeping is everything, right? Timekeeping, no matter what we're doing, whether we're playing on the ride cymbal, whether we're playing the brushes, whether we're playing 1 limb, 2, 3, 4, or solos, we always have to be keeping the time, just like in rock or most other styles of drum set playing. Okay, so let's do 1 chorus of Happy Birthday melody, and then 1 chorus of Happy Birthday solo. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Etc., etc., etc. So you see how all I was doing was thinking about the melody. Sometimes I was keeping time. When I was playing my solos, I was still keeping time, but I was thinking about that melody. So that is a really great way to approach playing solos. Now there's one other aspect to solos that as a jazz drummer you will probably come up against pretty quickly, and that's what we call trading 4s, right? So what I just did with Happy Birthday was I took an entire chorus, okay? Trading 4s means you break the song into 4-bar pieces, or maybe 8-bar pieces, but And so a soloist will take 4 bars, and then it's your turn and you take 4 bars. Then the soloist takes 4 bars, then you take 4 bars. So it's called trading 4s. What I'm now going to do is take Happy Birthday, which is an 8-bar song, and I'm going to trade 4s on Happy Birthday. Now let's first count out the bars on our fingers so we could see. Each bar is 4 beats long. So, and there's a little pickup. Da, da, dum. That's your beat 1 of your first bar. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Da, 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 da. Da, da, 3, do, dee, da, 4, 2, 3. Da, da, 5, da, da, 6, 2, 3, 4, 7, 2, 3, 4, 8. See that? So 8 bars, all right? So you count along with me on the melody, and we're going to do Happy Birthday. We're going to trade 4s. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3.